It's finally come down to this, hasn't it? Over 1.5 years ago when I first started this project, I never thought I'd actually get to the end of the game. I'm merely 12510. This is the finale of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. And now, all I have to do is just sit back and watch everything play out. We're gonna see what happens to, well, everybody. Sort of. Hey, Ike, you're back to your normal colors. Wow. For the past year, I've been focused on winning this war. I stand here today as a testament to your fortitude and commitment. I understand this will never suffice, but I wanted to take a moment to say something to you all. Thank you. I hope I may continue to rely on you. There's only one place for me to be, Ike, and it's by your side. You've grown so much. I'd like nothing better than if Commander Grail and Elena could see you now. The long road we've traveled, and yet in many ways it seemed to pass so quickly. I'm glad it's finally over. We did well, didn't we? I'm sure Mom and Dad would be proud of us. Great job, Ike. Of course, if I had been by your side the whole time, victory might have slipped away. Commander Ike, I'm gonna keep practicing to be better than ever. Thanks for having faith in me. Oh, I had no faith in you, Rolf. Shut the fuck up. Finally, it's finally over. At long last, we can return to a life without war. Praise the goddess. And then 3 years will pass. Ike, are we gonna go back to being mercenaries? I'm a great soldier and all, but gotcha, you're a fucking amazing soldier. Do not... I like that you're being a slight bit humble there. But easygoing life of mercenary is the only life for me. Now let's go find some good-looking lasses. I suppose you want some kind of congratulations now, right? Well, too bad. You're a snot-nosed whelp, and I'm still better than you. Don't ever forget that. Hey, boss, we did it! Woohoo! I'm completely in love with your fighting style. If I could train with you, it would be great. So let me stick around for a while, alright? So yeah, Mia actually, officially joins the Grail Mercenaries after this. There's no more work here. I keep saying Harold for some reason whenever Here shows up. I don't know why. I guess it's an impediment of mine. I'll be leaving you shortly. If you have need of my services, you know how to reach me. So that's what happened with all the Grail Mercenaries. Now with all the Crimeans. Lindsay, you've had to wait a long time, but I finally fulfilled my contract. Damn straight, Ike. Mission is complete. Lord Ike, on behalf of all Crimean, my departed father, mother, and uncle, I thank you once again. Stop, come on! Can you please stop doing that? Pardon? I think I've gotten used to a few of these noble customs and whatnot, but I still can't handle the bowing. Makes me antsy, itchy too. But and then they just... Never mind. Glorious day of sweet victory. Praises upon the day the goddess did see fit to send Sir Ike to save our land. I completely forgot about the voice that I gave to Bastion. I feel so terrible about it. Thank you, General Ike. Because you would believe me better know how to serve Princess Lindsay. God damn it. Through your strength, the dark clouds that blanketed Crimea have been dispelled. From this day forth, we will give our all to see the restoration of this land and its people. General, you are Crimea's savior! For your meritorious service, I salute you! Huzzah! Nay, 1,000 huzzahs! I'm glad that's over. And I saw King Day, and I was sure that you never saw him, Brom. You're on the bench the whole time. You were bold. Now I can go home and see my family once more. I got back to the countryside. I'm gonna boast to all my family and friends I fought under you. I never got past E. Never got past weapon level E. That's why. Our girl and I are going to stay here and open up a shop. Drive me undergoing reconstruction. There are going to be a lot of people moving about. We'll open an inn with good food and drink, and I will be the only person that's not technically an FE10. I'll let you know when everything's all set up. You can drop it anytime. We even give you special rates. Maybe we should call it General Ike's Inn. So, I believe this is all the Benyon people. And I'd like to take my leave for the time being. I must return to Benyon and present a report on the war's outcome. Aren't you going to take Benyon soldiers with you? You lent us quite a few. Though the war may be over, it will take many weeks to see the country secure. I spoke to the princess earlier and she asked that we help if possible. So I'll leave them in your care a while longer. We really do owe Benyon a lot, don't we? In the end, we got not only you, but a whole battalion of reinforcements that we didn't use. General Zelgius and his troops are the reason we were able to minimize casualties during the final battle. We really didn't use any of them. He and his men took care of the retreating Danes and allowed us to focus on the enemies before us. No matter the assistance you had, the victory itself was a result of your strength and leadership. I know two people who will be very pleased to learn of your triumph. Please give my thanks to both the Apostle and Sephiroth. I plan to go and thank them myself someday, but... Understood. Farewell, General Ike. I thought there was a space between the two. I could, like, fare thee well, or something like that. Look forward to seeing you again. Farewell. Again! It's not a typo, clearly. Ike! I'm sorry to return to serve the Benyon Pegasus Knights. Except I'm gonna end up in Crimea in the next game. So, same with me. I'm gonna try starting over in Benyon. It's not gonna work and I'm gonna end up in the service of Crimea in the next game. and so are you. I'm literally just gonna point out. Step down is bad, all the fighting stuff. Step down prefers the peace and quiet. War is not good for anything. I will also find myself in Crimea somehow. Yeah, Tormod's literally the first person after Tanith that's going to go back to Benyon and will technically stay in Benyon? Because I think he starts, in FP10 he starts out in Dayan somehow, but I really should stop talking about FP10. I might accidentally convince myself to get a copy of it and not let's play it. Use the rock. The gap between us is narrow. War is horrible. Maybe we gain some good value after all. Find me when you come to the dunes. You can sit and talk, no fighting. So these are all the reviews. Leaving already? Yep, I'm out of here. I got some important guests to convey to the king. Guests? I looked this up the other day, but I don't know what it was. Oh well. It's talking about us. I'm taking my father to visit Gali for a while. We Heron should live somewhere near a forest, after all. The Barn spoke to King Venegas on our behalf. Now returning to Serenus. We made our peace with the Apostle and we're not ready to live there again. I understand. I see. We'll be able to return someday. Bjork and Legue will come to understand and respect each other. It's just gonna take another full grand scale war to do that. You're ready. You're leaving. If you come when you're dead as well. Gali's a very special place to me. I'd like to visit again someday if I may. Come whenever you're able. The king will be pleased to see you. One more thing. Galia will not spare any effort in aiding in Crimea's reconstruction. We send supplies and workers to you shortly. That is much appreciated. Wait, Mason, Leanne. What is it? Do you think I could touch the medallion one last time? For my mom, Dad? Of course, go ahead. Put up your hand. Alright. Thank you very much. Is that enough? Yes, I just wanted to say goodbye. Thank you. And you too, Ike. What? I'd also like to give our heartfelt thanks to your parents as well, for fulfilling the hopes of our sister. Thank you. Yes. Ike, I will help you build Crimea too. I will lend you much strength. Much strength indeed! I can't believe I'm doing this, but I must admit you've done well. You're a good fighter. Too good to leave these, Bjork. We'll meet again. And now all the hawks. Time for us to take wing. We built quite a close bond, haven't we? This is true. We're especially grateful for your help in Serena's force. The next time you're visiting the southern coast, come to Theonosis. The entire country will celebrate your arrival. Country of the Hawk Tribe, eh? That'd be fun. I'm interested in what kind of food to eat. We collect berries on peaks that no Bjork can climb. The juices and desserts made from it are beyond compare. Like, I want to visit your country and find out what you eat. Well spoken, Ike. Spoken like a true generic RPG hero. Exactly, that's the opposite of extreme. We have ocean delicacies, mountain treats, we have everything. I'll pass on the desserts, but I'll take extra helpings of meat. Leave it to me. I hate to interrupt your gleeful chat, but I thought I should tell you. You don't have to visit Kilvis. It's our policy not to invite Bjork into our home, unless they pay well. King Kilvis, despite all of your posturing, you came to our aid in the end. What a surprise! Turned out to be a better ally than I dared hope for. Keep your foolish tongue inside your foolish head, and don't tell anyone. I have a reputation to think of, goddammit! Farewell. I'm serious about Beyonce's too. Come anytime. Then bird tribes are ignorant that. Don't break. Please take care. If you ever have needed a king's eyes, fire a flaming arrow from the high place. I'll see it and come flying. That is, I'm not busy on an errand for the king. I love how he's just able to see. Okay. And these are all the Dayan people. You're like, I will never, ever forget you. Thank you for showing me the error of my ways. I'm just glad it's finally over. Maybe now I can get some sleep. That sounds good right now. I'm not that tired. Things are gonna be rough in day and two. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm heading back. Soft, please don't. It's my homeland after all. Oh no, he's serious about it. No, but you're gonna lose all your character! I played my part. All that remains is for me to take my leave of this place. History will judge my actions. Preston and the others are going today, and I think I'm gonna go with them. I was wondering who that sixth person was. Like, oh yeah, we haven't seen Eliana yet. Thank you for everything, General Ike. I hope they packed enough food. I'm pretty hungry. Oh, right, you existed, Zahark! Is it bad that I actually kind of recognize Zahark from, like, the models that were there, but not Eliana? Grime is an interesting place, but I've decided to travel today, and perhaps fate will bring us together again. Yeah, I recognize Zahark, but not Eliana. That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Hello, Adina. We've been both enemies and allies. Thanks to you, Rajan was saved. And unfortunately, he's not going to be safe for long. Thank you. So you're King Dayan because you were trying to save Rajan? Yes. Ina's fiance went missing many years ago. After Ina finally found him, she came to me for help. She told me that Rajan was with King Dayan and that he'd been warped almost beyond recognition. Long ago, Ina's parents died, and I was unable to do anything for her. Even so, she still came to me for help. No matter what, I had to help her. Because at that end, I used you. I'm so sorry. It's all in the past now. There's nothing for you to worry about any longer. Thank you, Ike. Alina returned to Goldella. Yes. Let's take Rajan back to his hometown, so we can bury him. I mean, are you going too, Nazir? Yes, I am. First time in decades I will walk on Goldoan soil. That'll be nice. Take care of yourself, and give my regards to Kurf Naga. Will, until we meet again. Nazir! I don't know what you thought, but I always trusted you. Except for that one moment when I learned of your deception, I never thought of you as an enemy. Even now you defy my prediction. Prediction? When we were sailing off the coast of Fionesis, remember? I said that war would change how you look at things. And yet, for all that's happened, you've remained the same. I just can't pretend to be anything I'm not. It's never been any good. I've never been any good at that. Please stay that way, Ike. Don't change for anyone. I'll see you again, won't I? Yes, I'm sure of it. War's over. Crimean people who suffered bravely during the harsh day and occupation have at last regained their freedom. This goes by so slowly, holy shit. These same Crimeans have a saying, no matter how harsh the winter, spring will ever follow. popular proverb proves true as the warm winds of change begin to blow across the countryside. The war has left the country in ruins, but the people rise from the ashes and take the first steps toward rebuilding their nation. The once scorned and despised subhumans, the Goos put aside past enmity and come to the aid of their neighbors. And the Crimeans never forget it was Gallia that fought beside them, helped free them from the yoke of Daean oppression. Led by the examples of Valencia, her retainer's crime begins transforming into the land the king had dreamed of. A land where Bjork and the Jews live together, in harmony and equality. As the reconstruction efforts progress, the administrative government announces the enthronement of Valencia as new queen. And now the day of her crowning arrives. So I think an actual cutscene's supposed to play here. No, well, I'm right, but it's not. I jumped the gun a little bit. So I'm not gonna bother reading any of this text because it all auto scrolls. I may as well just put that on my controller at this rate. I just need to hope that God Dazzle doesn't flip the fuck out and I lose everything. Probably right. A lullaby. I forgot. You forgot what? Oh no! We never did find out who Altina is, did we? She was the only one who could sing the Galdrar. Well, when things calm down, we'll have to head out and search. I love how I just started reading the text anyway. That Altina. Dark God. Hi! Sephiron! What are you doing here? You know who Altina is. Altina was the founder of Benyon. Can't give a song to someone who's dead. One who yet shares both bloodline and name. Who is it? Sanaki Kirsch Altina. Ah, the Apostle. Very few. I guess just the senators. Apostle is Altina. That was rather sudden. Fair. Yeah, like, that escalated quickly. Very quickly. A lot's happened, actually. I'm like the Prime Minister or something. I should probably know this stuff. I see. Assassination of the Apostle. Serenus Massacre. I love how I'm reading it! I love how I'm reading this stuff! Ashnard's grand scheme. Of course! I just wanted to burn the world in chaos! Dull in this fucking place! I wasn't paying any attention to what I was doing the Ashnard voice. Filled the hopes of my father and mother. Something that a lot of children can say they have not done. Yeah, I did a lot of cool shit in this game. A lot of cool shit. Got a point. I heard the humble one. That's Ike! You do that? This is true. Little while. You are the hero. You're the hero crime, you General Ike. No post will be beyond your reach. I don't want that shit. I just want to go back to being mercenary. I agree with Ike on this part. Sephiroth. He thinks he's joking. I think that's enough. I feel insulted now. You're clearly not sorry. You keep laughing. Unbelievable. By all appearances, really quite rude. Queen Alencia now. Which is better recognized. I guess this makes sense. Come on. You gotta have seen this coming. Tanya. Huh. People just want to see their hero. You know, game, if you just scroll through this section a little bit faster, I might want to actually read all of this. Thus do heroes give birth to new chapters in history. Ike, I doubt if you've even noticed. Your story, the everyday mercenary who becomes a hero, will awaken ugly appetite and ambition in many, and will be the cause of strife and discord throughout the land. I'm certain Ashnard saw the truth in this, and created this sequel-bait ending! Anyway. We've got more friends. That isn't good. So this is a cutscene. Okay. I'm gonna stay quiet now.
What's wrong? Everyone's waiting to see you.
I'm nervous. I've spent my whole life in hiding. It's just no one ever taught me how to rule them. I don't think I'm ready to be their queen. I don't think I'm ever really going to be ready.
What's the matter with you?
Ike, stop it. How can
Did anyone teach you how to hire mercenaries?
No, but that's not the same.
How to win back lost allies? How to win back your lost kingdom?
That's different.
No, it's not. You've done such an amazing job, and I think you always will.
I see.
All right. Come on. We'll do this together.
Thank you, my Lord Ike. I am so blessed to have met you.
And so it was that in the spring of the year 646, Alincia Rydell Crimea saw peace return to her homeland. In the years to follow, the story of Queen Alincia and her noble hero Ike spread across the land and inspired the songs of many a wandering troubadour.
And thus began like some sort of fandom of Ike Excellencia shipping anyway. And then it just didn't happen at all in FE10 for some reason. Just Joffrey took Ike's place. I don't care to understand these. I don't care to understand these. I don't claim to understand these things, and I really don't care that much. Although it kind of makes sense. So now staff credits. Fuck, I am not done. Merc, you were so right. This is really long. I'm glad I didn't bring Merc and Arrow along for this. Although I'm at 30 minutes, I know what is going to come after these credits. And we're not there yet. But all that shit almost took 30 minutes. So, I guess here is where I should talk about my thoughts on the project, shouldn't I? That sounds like a very prudent idea. So I shall do so. Fuck. This was the third game I decided to LP on my channel. As soon as I finished Pokemon Crystal, I knew I wanted to get a capture card to do more games. Because I didn't want to keep doing games on an emulator my whole LPing career. And the first two games I decided in a Pokemon Crystal LP, like, I'll do a Fire Emblem game next. Get a capture card. And then the next two games after I finished Crystal were the first Crash Bandicoot game and this game, Path of Radiance. In fact, I remember as a fact, even though this was not the first video of a game I recorded on a capture card that was uploaded to YouTube, this was the first game I have recorded on a capture card. But I wanted to upload Crash Bandicoot first. I don't know, that was just the order of things, I guess. It was almost 2 years ago. I can't expect to remember my thought process. But I'll definitely say I got better in like my LPing sort of style, I guess, as the time passed. definitely better in comparison to the first ones. At least in audio quality from my mic, definitely. Although that might have something to do with the change in laptop as opposed to like headset in general. Because my headset, I have a pretty decent headset for a cheap price. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But yeah, I think almost 2 years would have passed before I finished this game. I remember the day I started it, if only because I went and looked it up. It was Christmas Eve, 2012, when I first started this project. And to think, now it's finally over. Like I mentioned in my finale of Pokemon Fire Red, which I probably should have uploaded after this. It was my fault for not recording it. Well, I had no idea how long this was gonna be. I don't think we're anywhere near done though. We're over half an hour. But I definitely love this game. I'm gonna segue back into what I was saying earlier, but I definitely love this game in general. I should talk more about this game because it's ending. I love this game more out of any other Fire Emblem game in the franchise. I was debating for a long time whether or not this game was my favorite or Awakening was my favorite. But now, as it comes to its conclusion, I can definitely say that Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is my favorite out of every Fire Emblem game out there. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to their favorites or, like, say the best, FE9 is, which is this game, is definitely in that discussion, along with 4, 7, and 12. And oh hey, look, the voices of people. I don't recognize any of the voice actors in this game. Jason Adkins, I think, is the only one on the list I recognize, but I don't know from where. That's gonna annoy me later. No. I'd have to say this is the best of the Fire Emblem games. It was the first one to be released on consoles since FE5. Also, this song is kind of cool. It's called... Well, if you remember... I'm trying to speak, and I don't want to speak over this music at the same time. But... This song is called Life Returns. It's the song the Heron sang in Serena's Forest. It is pretty fucking good. It's like a lot of this game is good. The soundtrack is good, the gameplay is good, the characters and story are good. A lot of this game is good. And a lot of that, they tripped and fell over themselves when making FE10. Wait, this game is mocapped? What? Okay. I guess for help for the models. Huh. I wonder if there's a reason why I'm being quiet so much. Okay, the song is ending, although I think it's actually longer than that. I think the actual song is 6 minutes long. There's one song in this game that's at least 6 minutes long. I should probably check that and listen to it again because it's really good. And we're still not done, by the way. Those credits were another 8 minutes long. We're not done yet. Now we get a record of everything. Oh, it just says Finn. I jumped the gun again. Whoops. Maybe I need to hit the A button. But no, this is definitely one of the best FE games ever made. My personal favorite of all of them. It was the first FE game I played that got me into the series, so I have a lot of bias in saying that, but my opinion is also very well founded. And like I said in the finale of my Pokemon Fire Red Let's Play, if you like this game, you should pay attention to my channel because I'm going to be doing another game by Intelligent Systems for one of my LPs coming up down the line. It's an LTC run of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance! No, I'm not actually that sadistic enough to do an LTC run of a game I've already played. I'm not even that great at. I fooled everyone for maybe half a second. Now that I use that Finn screen as the buffer for that joke. Now we get a record of everything, okay. So we get to see how many turns it took me to do everything. And how long it took me to do every map. I think this counts base stuff. Because I do not remember taking over... I don't remember taking an hour to do Chapter 6. This has to count base stuff too. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Chapter 17 counts all 4 maps, by the way. I believe that 3 hours and 23 minutes fit. Especially because the last part took me an hour to do. It was the first hour-long video I've made for this channel. I think the only one too. I've had some that came pretty close. Patriation also took me 3 hours to do. I believe that. I had to edit that whole thing. Of course I'll believe that. Oh god. It's a nightmare to edit, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. And now, we have unit records. It will show you the levels of all your units and how many kills they got. Or if they died, what chapter they died on. So far, a bunch of 0 wins. Pretty standard because I didn't use pretty much all of these units. And racing will pretty much always be there because you can't attack anyone. So even if you used everyone for like one part of a chapter and they all got 1 kill, racing will always not have any wins. Had Titania kill someone? It must have been in chapter 8. Yeah, it had to have been in chapter 8. It's the only one I can think of off the top of my head where I just used them. Got 2 wins, Tornado got 2 wins. Bastion 2, Joffrey 2. That must count his being an other unit. Because I never used Joffrey. Lancia got 2 wins, Nazar got 2. Reese got 4. One of that Rex 4, that was amazing. Or got 7, Nefany got 11. She also never got any weapon level. Shinon 18, Rolf 28, Volk 29, Dev Dan, Super Dev Dan 31, Kieran 39, wow. Marcia 43, Blue Tiger 45, Ileana 55, Oscar 56, Soren 62. And the next 5 people will be the top 5 of your entire army, and they have their own special little things that show their character sketch too. See who's 5th. Jill, 65 kills. I think I may need to note it. General Godfrey 4th of 79. Mia 3rd of 84. I think I know who's first. Boyd 2nd of 88. And obviously first, Ike with 103 kills. You know what? That sounds about right, actually. That was kind of more or less how it was the first time I played for this game. I had Mia, Boyd, and Ike in my top 5. I didn't use Jill, and I had General Gotchi get killed the first time I played for this game. Still a massive teardrop. But now that's done. Holy shit, this has been 42 minutes. You guys have been here long enough. So why don't you stay for a little bit longer so I can just knock this out. There are some extras to show off in this game. Basically, after you've beaten the game, 2 things will appear. Let me delete a file first. I'll delete this one. So now that file has no data. If we go to New Game, you can go here. You can select the difficulty level as normal, easy, low, normal, or difficult, which is hard. Just pick one at random. You get to choose the level up method, random or fixed. Random is how you play through this game on your first playthrough. This does not happen, it's automatically set to random, and you don't get this feature until you've beaten the game once. Fixed was the one I went on, and fixed stays more true to the characters' growth themselves. Random stays true to Fire Emblem itself. If you're playing for this game, you pretty much will probably want to play it on easy the first time through, unless you're a veteran of the series. But first timers pick new, or pick easy mode, because you get a lot of experience playing on easy. Theater mode is also unlocked. It allows you to replay any of the cutscenes that were apparently mocapped. So all of them. Memories, Fire Emblem is played twice. Rails Fall, Gathering, The Forest, and United. The only 6 movies that are in this. Sound Room, I believe, is unlocked by default. It contains all the songs in the game. However, it might be limited until you've beaten the game. I'm not sure. Illustrations. Now it says select the title. That's dependent on this feature here, Connect GBA. If you have a copy of Fire Emblem 7 or Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones and a Game Boy cable to connect the Game Boy Advance to the GameCube and like slot 2, you will unlock a few different things, including illustrations from both FE7 and FE8, which are Fire Emblem, as we know it here in America, as Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, respectively. The illustrations, I believe, and you see I'm missing one illustration here. Believe these illustrations are locked and will unlock as you recruit the characters in the game. The only one I do not have is Gifka. You unlock to Barnes, and I saw it was in Gifka's by picking one of the 3 in well, the final chapter. Which makes me wonder, since I do technically still have the save, I wonder if I pick Gifka and will unlock his illustration. I don't know. That might be a thing I do in the future. The trial map also only unlocks after you've beaten the game. You're only allowed to pick an epilogue file. So let's pick this one. And there are special maps in this game that are completely unrelated to the main story. And you can use your built-in teams from your save files that have made it to the epilogue. There are a total of 6 maps in this game that are unlocked by certain conditions. One is for clearing the game on any difficulty. One is for clearing the game on normal. One is for clearing the game on hard or difficult mode. I don't know if they have to be different playthroughs or not. I'm assuming they do. A 4th is unlocked by connecting either Fire Emblem 7 or Fire Emblem Sacred Stones with Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. There's one map that is unlocked by only... I think for the 4th one, it's either or. I'll throw up their names in editing. The 5th one is unlocked by connecting Fire Emblem 7 with this game. And the 6th is unlocked by linking Fire Emblem Sacred Stones with this game. Also, the Japanese version of this game allows you to connect Fire Emblem 6 Sword of Seals with this game. And since I'm on that topic of the Japanese version, easy mode did not exist in the Japanese version. You had normal, difficult, and maniac mode, which is a step above difficult mode. And there are quite a few changes in maniac mode. For example, chapter 10, where you bailed out Nephany, Braum, and Kieran from that prison. In the easier modes that aren't Maniac, they just need to survive the map. They don't even have to escape it. In Maniac mode, they do have to escape the map in order to recruit them. That's just one difference. However, Sword of Seals was not released in America, so they removed that functionality to link Fire Emblem 6 with this game, at least for the North American release of FE9. And speaking of FE9, there's an interesting little something with the mechanics of this game itself, but I think I'm going to hold on to that one for just a little bit. You'll see what I mean. Trust me. For now, this video's gone on for about 50 minutes. I think I am tired. Just a wee bit, mind you. But a conclusion has never felt so satisfying. To those of you who want to watch all 50 minutes of this, my congratulations to you. You sat through a lot, we've been through a lot, and I just want to thank Merc and Arrow for being with me for when I actually had to do the map. Because 2 years ago, starting this project, I say 2 years ago, it's really only been like 1 year and 3/4, but let's just round it up to 2 for simplicity's sake. I never would have imagined anything I did, like the collaborations with Merc and Arrow. I never imagined I'd be doing any of that kind of thing. And it felt amazing to just have someone to talk to with this, because it kind of gets lonely and boring just hearing the same guy over and over again, don't you think? I had a lot of fun working with them. I hope I can work again with them more in the future. Hopefully with a little more competitive nature in mind, but that's, I'll cross that bridge when I inevitably come to it. For now, I've been Billy12510. This has been Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, a fantastic game. I cannot recommend it enough. Though getting a copy of it might be a little tricky since GameStops don't carry Game Boy games. Well, to be fair, they don't carry Game Boy games anymore. They don't carry GameCube games either. So you're better off in like a more retro retro kind of game shop where they sell games from older system generations, or, you know, eBay or Amazon or something like that. The price is right, like say $30 or something, I would take it. I wonder what my copy of this game was worth when I got it. $24.99. I got it. I got it 4 years ago. Like before GameStop stopped selling GameCube games. But with that note, it's time for me to close this book once and for all and turn the page to a new, brighter future. Farewell, everybody. It's been a blast.